Hello everyone, back with an EDD update. Now we are continuing to monitor the two top stories for the week, which include more and more PUA claimants receiving that work history documentation request from the EDD, as well as reports of claimants receiving those overpayment notices in the mail indicating they must repay the state the benefits they previously had received on an unemployment claim. Now the top trending story continues to be the work history documentation request being sent out from the EDD to those that were on a PUA claim in 2020 and or 2021. Now the EDD is making the request to comply with federal rules which were created back in 2020. And with PUA claims making up the majority of unemployment claims during the pandemic, this request is being sent out to tens of thousands of former PUA claimants. The top question continuing to be asked surrounding this request is exactly which documents to submit to the EDD. Now, if you were previously self-employed, then the recommendation continues to be submitting all pages of your Schedule C form that was filed with your federal taxes for the tax year before you filed for PUA. So if you filed for PUA in 2020, then it would be the forms from the 2019 tax year. However, the EDD is being flexible in what they are accepting, which includes business licenses, receipts, invoices, contracts, bank statements, and state or federal employer ID numbers, as well as signed affidavits attesting to the self-employment. Do keep in mind to submit the requested documents by the listed deadline. It does appear as of this recording the EDD is only accepting document submissions online and not by mail or fax. Now there were some on a PUA claim that were not self-employed previously, but placed on a PUA claim because they did not have sufficient work history and earnings to qualify for a regular UI claim. If you fall under that category, then you will want to go ahead and submit your federal tax returns and any W-2s you have. You can also submit pay stubs as well. A reminder for those self-employed needing to send in documentation that sending a 1099 form by itself is not considered sufficient documentation and will be rejected as it was during the PUA income verification process. Now you can submit the 1099 form with other documents, particularly the federal tax returns. Meanwhile, we're getting additional reports of more and more claimants receiving those overpayment notices from the EDD, which are also referred to as the DE 1444 forms. This is impacting current and former regular UI claimants, as well as those who were previously on PUA, PEUC, and FedEd type claims. The cause for receiving an overpayment notice can be due to a number of things, including not properly submitting requested documentation to the EDD, a former employer disputing your claim, or not reporting wages while at the same time collecting unemployment. If you do receive this, you will want to immediately appeal that notice. In addition, you will have the ability to apply for an overpayment waiver, which if approved would forgive any balance you owe to the EDD. You will need to complete the personal financial statement, after which the EDD will analyze your finances to determine if it would cause a significant burden for you to repay previously received benefits. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on that subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.